This is the third part of this series. If you are happy with my work, share it with your friends. Now the questions. First question. Which of the following is an incorrect statement? Options. A. When goods are substitutes, a fall in the price of one leads to a fall in the quantity demanded of its substitutes. B. When commodities are complements, a fall in the price of one will cause the demand for other to rise. C. As the income of the consumer increases, the demand for the commodity increases always and vice versa. D. When a commodity becomes fashionable, people prefer to buy it and therefore its demand increases. Generally speaking, it is true, but not always. Look at these graphs. In the case of normal goods, quantity demanded increases with increase in income always. But in the case of inferior goods, once the income crossed the subsistence level, quantity demanded decreases with increase in income. So, the statement of option C is incorrect. Option C is the right answer. Second question. Suppose the price of movies seen at a theatre rises from 120 rupees per person to 200 rupees per person. The theatre manager observes that the rise in price causes attendance at a given movie to fall from 300 persons to 200 persons. What is the price elasticity of demand for the movies? Use arc elasticity method. Options. A. 0.5, B. 0.8, C. 1, D. 1.2. This is a problem question. You have to calculate the arc elasticity value. Time is at a premium in answering multiple choice questions. So I have given here the easiest formula to calculate arc elasticity. Q minus Q1 divided by P minus P1 multiplied by P plus P1 divided by Q plus Q1. These kinds of problems appear very often in the examinations. So make the formulas as yours. We shall solve the problem now. Q initial quantity 300, Q1 new quantity 200, P initial price 120, P1 new price 200. Substitute these values in the formula and solve. 0.8. Option B is the correct answer. Third question. Suppose a department store has a sale on its silverware. If the price of a plate setting is reduced from 300 rupees to 200 rupees and the quantity demanded increases from 3000 plate settings to 5000 plate settings, what is the price elasticity of demand for silverware? Use arc elasticity method. Options. A. 0.8, B. 1.0, C. 1.25, D. 1.50. This is also a problem question. You have to use the same arc elasticity formula. Keeping the formula in your mind and solve the problem. Q initial quantity 3000, Q1 new quantity 5000, P initial price 300, P1 new price 200. The elasticity value is 1.25. Option C is the correct answer. Fourth question. When the numerical value of cross elasticity between two goods is very high, it means options. A. The goods are perfect complements and therefore have to be used together. B. The goods are perfect substitutes and can be used with ease in place of one of other. C. There is high degree of substitutability between the two goods. D. The goods are neutral and therefore cannot be considered as substitutes. When the numerical value of cross elasticity between two goods is very high, means the two goods are very close substitutes. In other words, there is a high degree of substitutability between two goods. Option C is the correct answer. Question 5. If the local pizzeria raises the price of a medium pizza from 60 to 100 and the quantity demanded falls from 700 pizzas a night to 100 pizzas a night, the price elasticity of demand for the pizzas is. Use arc elasticity method. Options: A 0.67, B 1.5, C 2, D 3. This is also a problem involving arc elasticity of demand. Substitute the values in the formula. Q initial quantity is 700, Q1 new quantity 100, P initial price 60, P1 new price 100. Now solve. Elasticity is 3. Option D is the answer. Sixth question. If electricity demand is inelastic and electricity charges increase, which of the following is likely to occur? Options. A. Quantity demanded will fall by a relatively large amount. B. Quantity demanded will fall by a relatively small amount. C. Quantity demanded will rise in the short run but fall in the long run. D. Quantity demanded will fall in the short run but rise in the long run. Demand is said to be relatively inelastic if a proportionate change in quantity demanded is less than the proportionate change in price. Demand for electricity is relatively inelastic. Then an increase in its price will bring out relatively a small fall in quantity demanded of electricity. The correct option is B. Seventh question. Suppose the demand for meals at a medium priced restaurant is elastic. If the management of the restaurant is considering raising prices, it can expect a relatively options. A. Large fall in the quantity demanded. B. Large fall in demand. C. Small fall in quantity demanded. D. Small fall in demand. Demand is said to be relatively elastic, or in other words elastic, if a proportionate change in quantity demanded is more than the proportionate change in price. Demand for meals is relatively elastic. Then an increase in its price will bring out relatively a large fall in quantity demanded of meals. Option A is your answer. Eighth question. Point elasticity is useful for which of the following situations? Options. A. The bookstore is considering doubling the price of notebooks. B. A restaurant is considering lower the price of its most expensive dishes by 50%. C. An auto producer is interested in determining the response of consumers to the price of cars being lowered by 100 rupees. D. None of the above. Point elasticity of demand must be used when the change in price is infinitesimally small or very small or negligible. In the case of doubling the prices of notebooks and 50% reduction of the prices of dishes, the change in price is significant. But when compared with the actual price of a car, increasing the price of a car by 100 rupees is almost nothing or negligible. So, this is the right instance to use point elasticity of demand. Option C is the correct answer. Ninth question. A decrease in price will result in an increase in total revenue if options A. The percentage change in quantity demanded is less than the percentage change in price. B. The percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price. C. Demand is inelastic. D. The consumer is operating along a linear demand curve at a point at which the price is very low and the quantity demanded is very high. The question statement can be completed as a decrease in price will result in an increase in total revenue if quantity demanded is relatively elastic. It is the definition of elastic demand. The term total revenue from the viewpoint of sellers is the same as total expenditure from the viewpoint of consumers. Look at the statement of option B. It is also a definition of relatively elastic demand. So, option B must be your choice. 10th question. An increase in price will result in an increase in total revenue if options A. The percentage change in quantity demanded is less than the percentage change in price. B. The percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price. C. Demand is elastic. D. The consumer is operating along a linear demand curve at a point at which the price is very high and the quantity demanded is very low. Use the same technique here also. The question statement can be completed as an increase in the price will result in an increase in total revenue if quantity demanded is relatively inelastic. It is the definition of inelastic demand. Observe the statement of option A. It is also a definition of relatively inelastic demand. So, option A must be your choice. Well, with this our session ends. We shall meet in the next session.